Imagine this: you're sitting in a plush armchair, a glass of champagne in your hand. Outside the window, the world drifts by: mountains, deserts, cities, all from the comfort of your private suite on a moving 5-star hotel. No airports. No traffic. No rushing from one terminal to another. Just the smooth rhythm of the rails, world-class service, and scenery that changes every minute. Welcome to Lux Quest, the place where we explore the world's most extraordinary travel experiences. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most luxurious trains in the world. These aren't just rides, they're once-in-a-lifetime journeys. And some are so exclusive, you might wait years just to get a ticket. Let's start our journey. If you're passionate about the finest things in life, hit that subscribe button and join us as we travel into the extraordinary. Number 10, Deccan Odyssey, India. Our first stop is India, a country where the railway is more than just transportation. It's history, it's culture, it's a lifeline that connects over 1 billion people. And among its vast network, one train stands apart: the Deccan Odyssey. Launched in 2004, the Deccan Odyssey was designed to bring back the grandeur of India's royal carriages from the 19th century, the kind used by Maharajas to travel between palaces. Every detail is steeped in that tradition. The 21 coaches are decorated in deep sapphire blues and gold, each carriage themed after the palaces and dynasties of Maharashtra. You'll find polished teakwood furniture, rich hand-woven carpets, and brass fittings that shine under warm lighting. The cabins are spacious and climate-controlled, a necessity when traveling through India's diverse weather, and come with attentive butler service. In the 2 dining cars, chefs prepare a rotating menu that takes you across India's culinary map: Ghan seafood curries, Mughlai kebabs, South Indian dosas, and vegetarian thalis bursting with flavor. For guests craving a taste of home, continental dishes are also available, prepared with the same precision and flair. There's a dedicated spa carriage, where guests can enjoy Ayurvedic massages and herbal treatments while the scenery rolls by. The bar lounge serves as a social hub, where travelers from around the world share stories over glasses of Indian wine or imported champagne. And in the evenings, cultural performances bring the regions you're passing through to life, from classical dance to folk music. But what truly makes the Deccan Odyssey special are its routes. A week-long itinerary might take you from Mumbai to the beachside churches of Goa, the ancient caves of Ajanta and Ellora, UNESCO World Heritage Sites carved directly into rock, and onward to Jaipur, the Pink City with its grand palaces. Some journeys include tiger safaris into Doba National Park, where you can spot these majestic animals in their natural habitat. At around $7,320 for a 7-night journey, it's not just a train ticket, it's a curated experience blending history, luxury, and adventure. If the Deccan Odyssey is the crown of India's rails, the next train will take you deep into the Australian outback, with more style than you ever imagined. Number 9, the Ghan. This is more than a train, it's an Australian icon. Since its maiden journey in 1929, the Ghan has been a lifeline between north and south, named in honor of the Afghan cameleers who helped open up the country's vast interior. The full route is one of the greatest rail journeys on Earth, 2,979 kilometers from Darwin in the tropical north, through the red heart of the Outback, to Adelaide in the lush south. It takes about 3 days to complete, but the memories last a lifetime. Inside, the Platinum service offers some of the largest cabins on any luxury train. By day, you have a lounge area with wide leather seating and panoramic windows that make the outside scenery feel like a moving cinema screen. By night, your butler transforms the space into a full bedroom, complete with fine linens and a private en-suite bathroom. Dining aboard the Ghan is an experience in itself. Each meal highlights the best of Australian produce: think grilled barramundi with lemon myrtle, kangaroo fillet with pepperberry juice, and desserts infused with native fruits like quandong and finger lime. The wines are, of course, sourced from South Australia's famous vineyards. But perhaps the most unforgettable part of the Ghan is what happens off the train. Each stop offers immersive excursions, cruising down the Catherine River through ancient gorges, exploring Alice Springs and its surrounding desert landscapes, or visiting Aboriginal cultural sites where elders share stories passed down for thousands of years. Some journeys even include a visit to Kubur Pd, the opal mining capital of the world, where much of the town is built underground to escape the heat. A full-length Platinum service journey can cost up to $6,000 per person. But the value isn't just in the luxury, it's in the chance to see Australia's heart and soul from a perspective you simply can't get any other way. If you think the Australian outback can't compete with the romance of Europe, wait until you see a train where tartan, crystal, and Highland castles redefine travel. That's coming up next, here on Lux Quest. From the burning red deserts of Australia, we now head north, far north, to a land of rugged coastlines, emerald valleys, and ancient castles. Here, the romance of train travel comes wrapped in tartan, polished wood, and the unmistakable charm of the Scottish Highlands. Number 8 on our list, the Belmond Royal Scotsman. A train so exclusive, it carries no more than 40 guests at a time, making every journey feel like a private invitation to the heart of Scotland. Step aboard, and it feels less like a train and more like a rolling country manor. The interiors are rich with Edwardian elegance, warm mahogany paneling, brass fixtures, deep armchairs upholstered in green and burgundy tartan. Fresh flowers sit in crystal vases on polished tables, and the air is filled with the comforting scent of leather, wood polish, and fresh baking from the kitchen. The Royal Scotsman is designed for intimacy. There's no rush here. Just slow, unhurried travel through landscapes that seem lifted from a painting. Guests can step into the observation car at the rear, a space with an open-air veranda where you can sip a glass of fine whiskey while the Highlands roll past in all their wild beauty. There's even a spa carriage, offering massages, facials, and aromatherapy treatments as the scenery drifts by. Dining is a refined affair. Breakfast might be smoked salmon with scrambled eggs and fresh-baked scones, lunch could be a delicate venison tartare or pan-seared scallops, and dinner is a formal, black-tie service featuring Scottish lamb or locally caught lobster. Every course is paired with wines and, of course, a carefully chosen whiskey. The itineraries vary, but highlights include private tours of centuries-old castles, exclusive access to whiskey distilleries, and guided walks through remote glens and lochs. You might find yourself listening to local storytellers by a roaring fire one evening, and watching the sun set over the Isle of Skye the next. Prices start at around $7,000 for a 2-night journey, and can climb much higher for longer, bespoke trips. But for many guests, it's not about the distance covered, it's about the feeling of stepping into a more gracious era, if only for a few days. And if the Scottish Highlands feel remote, our next journey crosses not just countries, but continents, traveling farther than any luxury train in the world. Number 7, the Golden Eagle Trans-Siberian Express. This is the ultimate in long-distance luxury rail travel, covering one of the most epic routes on Earth, over 6,000 miles from Moscow to Vladivostok, crossing 8 time zones in just under 2 weeks. The journey takes you through a staggering range of landscapes, vast birch forests, snow-capped mountains, frozen rivers, and endless steppes. In winter, the view feels like a silent, glittering world of white. In summer, it's all golden fields and green valleys stretching to the horizon. Inside, the Golden Eagle is all about comfort on a grand scale. There are 3 cabin classes: silver, gold, and the Imperial Suites. Even the smallest cabins feature en-suite bathrooms, climate control, and large picture windows. In the Imperial Suites, the largest of any luxury train in the world, you have a king-sized bed, private lounge area, marble-accented bathroom with underfloor heating, and a personal cabin attendant available 24/7. The restaurant cars are elegantly decorated, with white linen tables, fine china, and attentive silver service. Menus combine Russian classics like borscht, sturgeon caviar, and beef stroganoff with international dishes, all prepared by skilled onboard chefs. Each meal is an occasion, complete with fine wines from around the world. But what sets the Golden Eagle apart is the experience beyond the train. At every major stop, guests enjoy private, expertly guided excursions, visiting the Kremlin and Kazan, exploring the wooden architecture of Irkutsk, standing on the shores of Lake Baikal, the deepest and oldest freshwater lake in the world, and meeting nomadic families in Mongolia's Gobi Desert. The Trans-Siberian Express isn't just about crossing a continent, it's about immersing yourself in cultures and landscapes that few travelers ever see in such comfort. The price reflects that exclusivity, from around $16,000 for a gold-class cabin to $35,000 or more for the Imperial Suite. For many, it's a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, a chance to watch the world change slowly, mile by mile, from the comfort of your own private luxury retreat on wheels. From Siberia's frozen beauty, we'll head into a warmer, more tropical world, where teakwood, silk, and golden sunsets turn train travel into a romantic dream through Southeast Asia. That's coming up next, here on Lux Quest. We've crossed the frozen wilds of Siberia, but now, the air is warm, the sun feels heavier on your skin, and the world outside your window is painted in shades of green and gold. This is Southeast Asia, where train travel is all about elegance, romance, and the slow rhythm of a different kind of life. Number 6 on our list, the Eastern and Oriental Express. If you've ever dreamed of watching the jungles, rice fields, and ancient temples of Asia roll past your window, this is it. The train runs between Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand, offering a journey that's as much about what's inside as what's outside. Step aboard, and you'll find polished teakwood walls, silk drapes, and soft carpets that make every step feel quiet and calm. The design mixes Asian elegance with old-world charm, think brass fittings, ceiling fans, and fresh orchids in every carriage. Cabins are cozy but full of character. Each one has large windows, comfortable seating during the day, and beds made up at night with crisp sheets. The dining cars are the heart of the train, decorated in cream and green tones, with sunlight spilling in during the day and warm candlelight at night. Menus blend flavors from across the region, fragrant Thai curries, fresh seafood from the coast, and tropical fruits served chilled. One of the highlights is the open-air observation car at the back, a perfect spot to watch the countryside go by, feel the warm wind on your face, and sip an iced tea or a cocktail as the sun sets. The Eastern and Oriental doesn't rush. It stops for guided tours, from exploring the vibrant markets of Penang to visiting ancient temples in Thailand. Prices start around $3,000 for a shorter journey, and can climb to over $7,000 for the longer, more exclusive routes. It's a train for people who want the time to slow down, where the journey is the story. Number 5 takes us to Japan. To an island called Kyushu, where the train itself is as much a masterpiece as the scenery it travels through. This is 7 stars in Kyushu. From the outside, the train is deep burgundy with gold detailing, sleek, elegant, and impossible to miss. Inside, it feels like a mix of a luxury hotel and a private Japanese inn. The design blends traditional craftsmanship with modern comfort, hand-carved woodwork, shoji paper screens, and soft washi lighting that makes the rooms glow at night. There are only 14 suites, each one unique. Some have panoramic windows for wide-open views of the mountains and coastline, others have private lounges where you can enjoy tea in peace. Beds are large and comfortable, and the bathrooms are finished with fine ceramics and wooden bathtubs that feel like something from a high-end spa. Dining is another highlight. The menu changes daily, using fresh, local ingredients from Kyushu's farms and seas. You might have sashimi caught that morning, wagyu beef grilled to perfection, or seasonal vegetables prepared in a way that's as beautiful as it is delicious. But the magic of 7 stars is how personal it feels. The staff remember your name, learn your preferences, and make every moment feel like it was designed just for you. The train stops for excursions to hot springs, historic towns, and scenic spots, all carefully chosen to give you a taste of Kyushu's culture and beauty. With prices starting around $7,000 for a 2-day journey and tickets selling out months, sometimes years, in advance, this is one of the hardest trains in the world to book. But those who do, often say it's the best trip they've ever taken. We've seen the jungles of Asia and the elegance of Japan, but next, we're heading to a place where the train isn't just a luxury experience, it's a front-row seat to some of the most breathtaking wildlife on Earth. Number 4 on our list is Rovos Rail, often called the Pride of Africa. This isn't just a train, it's like stepping into another time. From the moment you see the dark green carriages with gold trim, you know you're in for something special. Inside, it's all polished wood, vintage armchairs, and wide windows that frame the African landscapes like moving paintings. The atmosphere is quiet and refined. There are no TVs, no bright screens, just the gentle rhythm of the train and the company of fellow travelers. Suites range from elegant Pullman-style rooms to spacious royal suites with full-size bathtubs, yes, a bathtub on a train. Meals are served in beautiful dining cars with crisp white linens and crystal glasses. The menus change daily, featuring South African wines and dishes like springbok carpaccio, freshly baked bread, and local vegetables. Rovos rail journeys range from a few days to epic 15-day adventures that cross entire countries. One popular route runs from Pretoria to Cape Town, passing through mountains, vineyards, and the famous Karoo Desert. Another stretches all the way to Victoria Falls, where the roar of water greets you at journey's end. Prices start around $1,500 for shorter trips and climb to over $10,000 for the longest, most exclusive routes. It's not just about seeing Africa, it's about experiencing it at the perfect pace. If you're enjoying this journey through the world's most luxurious trains, make sure to subscribe to Lux Quest. We've got more destinations, more stories, and more once-in-a-lifetime experiences coming your way, and you won't want to miss what's next. Number 3 is South Africa's legendary Blue Train. A rolling 5-star hotel that's been carrying presidents, royalty, and celebrities for decades. Its deep blue carriages are instantly recognizable, gliding across the land like a royal procession. Inside, everything is designed for comfort and class. Suites have plush seating, private bathrooms with marble tiles, and beds dressed in Egyptian cotton. Some even have full-size bathtubs, so you can soak while watching the African plains pass by. Dining here is a highlight: multi-course meals served on fine china, with menus that might include Karoo lamb, fresh oysters, or rich chocolate soufflé. And yes, formal dress is encouraged at dinner. This is a place where you can lean into the glamour. One of the most famous routes is the 1,600 kilometers journey between Pretoria and Cape Town. Along the way, you'll pass diamond mines, open savannas, and the dramatic mountain ranges of the Western Cape. The train moves at a gentle pace, giving you time to savor both the view and the experience. A ticket for the Blue Train can cost between $1,200 and $3,500 depending on the suite and the season. It's not just a ride, it's a tradition, a piece of African history that's still setting the standard for luxury travel today. From Africa's endless savannas, we now journey east into a land of dazzling colors, ancient palaces, and timeless legends. Here, luxury takes the form of silks, carved wood, and gold, the opulence of India, reborn on rails. Number 2, Maharajas Express, India. The Maharajas Express is often called the Palace on Wheels, but even that doesn't fully capture it. This train is more like a 5-star hotel and a royal residence combined, gliding through the heart of India. Its deep red and gold exterior alone hints at what awaits inside: grandeur, tradition, and a sense of timeless royalty. Step into its carriages, and you're surrounded by rich silks, hand-carved furniture, and walls lined with intricate patterns that recall India's royal courts. There are only 23 carriages, but within them you'll find everything from deluxe cabins to the world's largest luxury train suite. The Presidential Suite, which takes up an entire carriage with its own living room, dining area, and private bedrooms. Meals are served in 2 restaurants, Rang Mahal and Mayur Mahal, each decorated like a palace dining hall. Expect to feast on gourmet Indian dishes like lamb curry slow-cooked with spices, or butter-soft naan paired with fine international wines. Every detail, down to the gold-plated cutlery, whispers luxury. What makes the Maharajas Express unforgettable are the journeys themselves. Routes take you to India's most iconic wonders: the Taj Mahal at sunrise, the pink palaces of Jaipur, the blue city of Jodhpur, and even tiger safaris in Ranthambore National Park. Each stop feels like a door into another chapter of India's story. Journeys run from 4 to 7 nights, with prices starting around $3,500 per person, climbing to nearly $24,000 if you want the presidential suite. It's not simply a train ride. It's India's royal history, reborn for modern travelers who want to live like kings and queens. And finally, number 1. The name alone stirs the imagination: the Venice Simplon-Orient-Express. This is the train, the one that has inspired novels, films, and generations of travelers. When you step aboard, you're not just boarding a train, you're stepping back into the golden age of travel. The carriages are genuine 1920s and 1930s originals, restored with obsessive attention to detail. Polished wood paneling, Art Deco lamps, soft leather seats, and marquetry inlays, every surface feels like it has a story. And in a way, it does. These very carriages once carried kings, queens, and spies across Europe. Your cabin might be a cozy single or a lavish grand suite with a private marble bathroom, living area, and the kind of luxury that makes you forget the outside world exists. The dining cars are legendary: crystal glasses, silver cutlery, and menus crafted by Michelin-starred chefs. Lobster, truffles, fine champagne, nothing is too indulgent here. Routes vary, from the classic Paris to Venice run to longer journeys that weave through Vienna, Budapest, or Istanbul. Every mile feels like a moving postcard, with Europe's landscapes. Snow-capped Alps, golden plains, glittering cities passing by just outside your window. Prices? Let's just say this is the crown jewel of luxury rail. A one-night trip can start around $4,000 per person, while multi-night Grand Suite journeys can cost over $20,000. And tickets often sell out months, even years, in advance. It's not just the most luxurious train in the world, it's an icon, a living piece of history that still captures the magic of a time when travel itself was the grandest adventure of all. We've now traveled from the heart of India to the snowy peaks of Russia, from the deserts of Australia to the misty glens of Scotland. But our journey isn't quite over. In the next part, we'll wrap it all together, reflect on what makes these trains so special, and maybe even inspire you to book your own ticket to the extraordinary. We've crossed continents without leaving our seat, rolled past deserts, mountains, oceans, and cities, each train telling its own story of craftsmanship, culture, and a little bit of magic. From the royal luxury of India's Deccan Odyssey, to the historic rails of Scotland's Royal Scotsman, to the legendary Venice Simplon-Orient-Express, these journeys remind us of something important. Travel isn't just about getting somewhere. Sometimes, the journey itself is the destination. It's the quiet moments, sipping tea while the world slides by outside your window. Meeting strangers who become friends over a shared meal. Waking up to a view so beautiful you think you're still dreaming. Luxury here isn't just fine dining or silk sheets. It's time. Time to slow down, to breathe, to notice the little details. In a world that moves too fast, these trains give you permission to move slowly and enjoy every mile. If you've been inspired by this journey, maybe it's time to start planning your own. Whether it's a short scenic ride or a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, there's a world waiting outside your window. And here at Lux Quest, we'll keep finding the most extraordinary ways to see it. If you love this countdown, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us as we explore more of the world's finest travel experiences. Because some places aren't meant to be rushed, they're meant to be savored.